Hey everyone, John here from jkenergyhealing.life. I'm in South Dakota in the southern Black Hills, and boy has it been cold lately, if you can't tell by what I'm wearing. uh, Last night was -8 degrees, and um, I'm just having a live, just testing it out pretty much. And coming out of the woodwork because all my videos are 4 years old. And I plan on making many more. And I am offering 4 and 6 week um, healing sessions and training and deep dive talks on the internal system and how to function it on purpose, basically bringing the unconscious into the conscious and um, discovering how to, many things. And for probably through February, I'm going to offer my 6 week course for the price of my 4 week course, which is a pretty big difference. And it is a pretty deep dive if you're in your waking up process, and also wanting to understand psychic hygiene and how to maintain your energy system in a conscious manner. What else? Super deep dive talks, and whatever the biggest issues are in your life, using that as the working material for your to engage the healing work, and also to walk you through how to do it yourself. It's really important to have a tool bag to use whenever you need it. Personally, I use it like all day, every day, off and on, because we're in living motion, and we fluctuate constantly with what we're focusing on and what's going on, and our system's constantly in a state of contraction or expansion, depending on our stress levels or if something feels good or doesn't. And so it's really good to understand how to reset the system and come back to your home station over and over and over until finally you tip the scale. And like I have, and you're over 51% in your home station in the present moment, centered and consciously adjusting your internal system. So a bunch of people have just come on here talking to each other, and I'm not really sure how this works, but I'll get better at it. So here I am, primed and ready to be a coach, help you in whatever way that I am capable of. I've been training since 1987, and I still am in beginner's mind and a student also. And so, which is really important when you're a teacher or an instructor, because we get so locked down and locked into the structure of our system. And it's sort of like as we become more knowledgeable, the normal process is we narrow. And what we want to do is be wide open and basically listening for the internal communication from our deeper level, our source level of being. And that comes in the form of intuition, insight, recognition, comprehension, gut feeling, direct knowing. Sometimes we hear things, and and I have come to the point where there's no way I can't include the source level of our being, because when we focus, that is the level of us that delivers more information about it, and also is guiding our evolution as a living being. And I've come to name it the primary relationship, the most important relationship. And we are capable, as I have done. We're all equally capable, by the way, and we're all highly intelligent. We have a lot of life experience already, and we're not beginners. So I approach working with people on that level and remind them that there's always more to who you are and what you are that you've discovered yet. And there's always more to what we're an inseparable part of, the nature of life itself, that it's a constant discovery. And so, yeah, my favorite thing in the world is interacting with people on this deeper level. And I hope that more and more people come my way. I'm pretty sure it'll be arranged by the larger level that arranges everything anyway, like synchronicities and coincidences. But it's just amazing when you open your eyes, all three of them, and and start understanding the way that this system was designed, and is in full living function right now. Everything we're looking for is already within us in full function. And it's just a matter of, we've been taught to focus on other things. And so that's what we're locked into. And it is possible to become aware of the living energy, multidimensional energy. Basically, our energy system is a multidimensional interface with this dimension. And it's our bio-expression, it's our life here. And it's imperative that we understand how it is designed to function so that we can live in alignment with the very system that we're operating through. And then also, our nature is specifically designed also. Like, as far as I've been able to discover so far, the nature of nature is the laws of the universe, and the higher creative power or primary source of life, and that we are made of that, and we have the same natural traits as, or the nature of life. We're made of it. And so the nature of nature is our nature, and all the functions within it, we need to understand. The word need is funny, but it fits here. To discover the functions of our very own nature, and they're in full operation at all times. So that's my love, and my vocation is the joy of sharing this knowledge, this recognition and knowledge of internal reality with people, and helping them like dial in on their own true nature, and to create that conscious relationship, to become aware of the communication that already exists from the deeper level, the source level of our being, that holds us and guides us, and is basically pretty much in charge of our evolution on this level. And so here I am. I hope, to meet more and more of you. I plan on I have many student client healing. I don't even know what to call it. The 4 and 6 week program. A lot of people have gone through these and through this with me, and I plan on starting a Zoom, like a monthly, possibly every 2 week Zoom gathering with everybody, and so that we can compare notes, go deeper, touch base, get to know each other, make new friends, basically from our soul pod. And anyway, I don't know really much about this live function here. There's a lot of people have jumped in, but a few people anyway. So I'm gonna upload this in the live section and get to know this channel better, or all the functions in YouTube. I will be adding. It's been 4 years of constant practice and training for me, and I've done probably. I'll be doing another one on Tuesday. Probably 11 podcasts already on YouTube, with other podcasters that have interviewed me. So I'm really, really looking forward to this stage in the evolution of the human, what we call human, the being human species. Uh, like, this is the time, to wake up and to connect solidly with the source level of our being and with others who are doing the same. We have great potential and capability. Like, we can work with the weather even, and like diffuse hurricanes if we're deeply connected enough. And that is if the earth gives the okay for that, because sometimes yeah, you gotta, there's a lot to the story. There's always more to the story. And yeah. So yeah, we have great potential, and how we open the door to that potential past the way we've already been living our lives is to connect in a conscious communication way with the source level of the very being we are. It's actually our true nature. And so that's my favorite thing to help people dial in, is to become. It's always about becoming aware of. I'm in a strange place because I'm not teaching new knowledge. I'm just pointing out what already is in full function within us. And after all this time, I don't even know how many decades, finally, I tipped the scale, and I am in the home station, like constantly bringing myself back. If my system starts to stress or contract, I'm immediately aware of it, and I bring it back, turn off the story spinner, and I'm in the present moment. We are beings, and so basically, when you turn off the story spinner, you're in a state of being. And we're not really used to that unless we practice being in the being state. And so that's what it's all about, consistency and practice. And I'm all for direct interface. Like, anything I show anyone, any techniques that I share with people, give instant results. If they don't give instant results in the present moment, then I personally don't think they're worth practicing, because life is now, changes are now. And when you're practicing, that's when the change happens, now. And we just get better and better, and we build a living body of knowledge, living knowledge of our system, and discover how to allow ourselves to be right where we are at all in all moments, because this is where we grow from, and is the also what comes forward to be adjusted or reconsidered, that's brought to the forefront by the deeper level of our being, is usually something in the way of our evolution. And these are natural internal processes of the very nature we are. And it speeds up the learning curve or the discovery curve. I don't even know, 100-fold, when someone who's done the work points out these, is able to perceive and see this in another person also. Because whatever you accomplish within yourself, and whatever you awaken to within yourself, you can see where someone else is at on that level, just looking at them. And so anyway, I could go on forever. It's all connected, and so it would be forever. Since forever is not even an accurate word, or the word infinity, really. Those are time-based concepts. So really, I'm just saying hi and breaking the ice, because I haven't put any new content on YouTube in quite a while. And I have 4 more years worth of study and training and practice and interface with other people on that level to offer. And I really hope to meet you. It's to me, it's the highest path, is the path of waking up to your true nature, and the nature that you're inseparably a part of, that you're made of. And anyway, I hope to meet you guys soon, and I'm wondering how to end the video. I'll scan through the comments and see if there's any questions. Oh, home station. What do I mean by home station? Well, the home station is the center of your very own being. Like, from the way I'm talking about it, is when we get lost in our spinning stories, or distracted from our present moment awareness, is to reset, reboot your system, or reset it in the very present moment into your fully conscious and aware state of being. And it only takes a breath or two, and after you get good at it, you'll notice right when you start veering in your present moment awareness of your operating system and your very own nature. And so it feels so good to be back home in your home station or in your own nature, that it doesn't, after just a short time of, or short series of practicing doing that, which doesn't take long at all, you notice how much better it feels to be centered and in the present moment. And you won't get all lost in all this stuff going on everywhere in yourself, in the world, in relationships. You're more present and capable and aware, and have much more to offer when you're in your home station. So yeah, I'm looking at some of these things here. The person who asked about the home station is saying, "What is it you are talking about?" Basically, discovering that you're more than you thought you were, and that there is a true nature that is always calling through you. That's why we desire specific things. And we're in most cultures that I'm aware of, that's not taught in the curriculum. We're taught that to basically, that all information is outside of us, and to go to the certified self-appointed authorities over us for information, and to not listen to our own internal direct uploads and knowledge from the source level of our being. We are our own, the root word for authority is author. And the outside self-proclaimed authority is an objective perspective. And the fact that you're the author of your experience is subjective or internal. And so let's say the human species on a mass scale discovered that they are sovereign beings, but on the soul or internal energetic being level, we are unified and sovereign or independent or individuated. Well, all of the structures on the whole planet of Earth that require that we bow down to outside self-proclaimed information and authority over us would be out of a job right now. And because we do not need them. We only, our design is the operating system, and our creative function is designed so that whatever we hold as true for ourselves is true for us. And we have a psychic immune system that I haven't even heard anyone say that before. Maybe I just haven't run across it since 1987. Not even from all the 5 different schools I trained in energy work and meditation and clairvoyant training, and 2 of them in Qigong. And then the 8 different systems of martial arts I took, all of those advanced teachers, they didn't share it with the students. They may have known it personally, I have to say. And I had to have the deeper level of my own being bring it to my attention. And see, this is where we become sovereign, is connecting to becoming aware of the relationship that already exists between the deeper level of ourself and this level of itself. And talk can only go so far. You have to discover it with hands-on, direct. And that's my specialty, like spiritual ninja stuff. It's like bypassing all the programming, disconnecting from the human collective beliefs, and then simultaneously developing the sensitivity to hear the constant uploads to our conscious awareness from the deeper level that is teaching us. Our true teacher is ourself with the big S. And unfortunately, for all the teachers out there who need to be acknowledged and praised for their position, the fact is they didn't climb inside your head and your body and learn it for you, so now you know it. You engaged your internal processes and you taught yourself. And so you get all the credit, and you can have appreciation for those people, or for me, or for whoever you discover by things within yourself. You discover things by interacting with someone else who is offering different methods. But the fact is that you taught yourself. You're the one, just like in the Matrix. And actually what we're after is becoming aware of the true living matrix of life, and that we're made of, that we're an inseparable part of, and that is the full function of every single part of everything we are, is that nature. And the artificial matrix, or whatever the distorted matrix that's temporal, is has a different rule set. Lack, low self-worth, poverty, which is part of lack consciousness, subservience to outside self-proclaimed authority over us. That's the false matrix. Like pay. I watch a bird build a nest in the spring, and I'm like, I don't remember that bird going to school and learning architecture, and everything it needs is all around it, and it's inborn within them. And we have the same inborn knowledge. It's just that we covered it up with memorizing other things like, I'm a guy, here, this is what guys do, I'm an American, like all these things where we identify with ourselves, with outside things outside of us. And by the way, we don't reference our true nature or the nature of life itself, those actual natural functions, as we're building our identity. And so we get lost. I call it the mistaken identity. And right now I'm getting the idea to mention that, surfacing in my mind from where it comes from, the deeper level of your very being. This is where knowledge comes from, unless you're, well, anyway, is that in this life, it is not a requirement that we wake up to our true nature. It is not required. We still are adding to the knowledge of our larger being through our life experience, even if we don't recognize what we are, and we don't take that path of awakening to our true nature. And so it's good either way, because what is really important is listening to what your nature calls for through you. If these are your natural interests, then that's your nature. And if those other things are your natural interests, that's your nature. Well, it's your nature either way. But it's the nature of your own being calling through you for experience in whatever manner that is. It's very unique. Each of us is very unique. I don't even, as far as I know, there's not one blade of grass that's the same. And part of the nature of life is diversity, is like an earmark of the nature of life. Like everything is diverse and unique. And so on my end, it takes a great flexibility and really listening to the deeper level of myself to interact on a instructor level, or on a healing practitioner, energy healing practitioner level. Because really on the personality level or the analytical level, we have no idea even how we breathe. I mean, we might have a memorized idea that someone told us, or that we read somewhere, or that we figured out, but there's no way the analytical function can operate a multidimensional system. When it, yeah, it just basically the analyzer is informed by the deeper intuitive. And when we focus, we automatically receive more ideas about what we're focusing on from that deeper level of the living level of our being. And it's a natural function. So, yeah, all I can do is go about in circles, because it's all connected. It looks like you guys are just talking with each other. So, except for that one answer, I get kicked out. And I'm kind of curious how to stop the video. So I'm gonna say, John here, I'm checking out. I'm ending the video, and I'm really having a hard time believing I've been talking for 30 minutes, but that's what it says. All right. Let's see. Oh. It says I could start a Q&A. So, let's see. Anybody have any questions? I don't know if I'm doing this right. This is my test run. I just did it off, just had the urge, so I just started trying this out. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Doo, doo, doo. Okay. I will. I'm gonna end it now. So you guys take care out there, and maybe I'll give you a little view of the. There's not much snow on the ground out here, and all that. So one last thing, as a reminder, is my new website is jkenergyhealing.life, and I have many offerings of remote energy healing work of all kinds, and also this is the reminder, is the 4-week and the 6-week healing / training and deep dive talks, healing work, deep dive talks, and tons of energy work, personal healing energy work, techniques for running your system on purpose and becoming more aware and conscious. And it's probably going to be through February, I'm going to give this deal. Yeah, it's not going to be on my website. It'll be on this, not yet anyway, of the cost of the 4-week training. I will give the 6-week course. And it's live on Zoom for the training. There's remote. We can do it all kinds of ways. And it's really flexible. We could stretch it out over 12 weeks, and do a energy work session 1 week, and then a training the next week, or we can do it during 2 in 1 week. And I'm just flexible, and that has nothing to do with my stretching ability. Which is semi-flexible. So, all right. I'm going to push the X and hope this doesn't get erased. All right, take care.